What if we could create happiness like solving a math problem? I'm putting it to the test. For the next 7 days, I am tricking myself into joy. Every single choice I make, from the shirts I wear to the food I eat to the random things I buy online, have to be weighed on a strict 9-point scale from dislike extremely to like extremely. To understand how this experiment works, we have to look at a concept called hedonic value. It's a term coined by economics to describe the subconscious fun, pleasure, and emotional satisfaction a person gets from buying or experiencing something. Most of us are completely alienated from our genuine preferences. We buy things to fit in or because we like the model in the ad, completely ignoring how the item actually makes us feel. This is like controlled hedonism. Well, it's not really controlled. The control, oh, what's that? What's controlled? Oh, there's a spreadsheet. I started digging into this because I wanted to know why my favorite color was red. And before that, my favorite color was pink. And then there was a period of time where I was really into yellow, but then it went right back to red again. So what does that mean? And how do I figure out more? As someone who is predisposed to depression, I will do anything to feel normal for an entire month. Like, I would love to go a whole month and be like, wow, all of that month I was like kind of happy. So like, if we can bring up the happiness by like 20%, then that, honestly, that'll be a win to me. Oh my God. The hedonic value is basically, why do you like what you like and how much? So I Googled, are we genetically predisposed to liking certain colors? And it turns out your preferences are a chaotic cocktail of your biology, your upbringing, and your psychology. Yeah. Moving on. We are broken consumers. Here's where our human nature gets weird. If our instincts are wired to seek pleasure, why are we all struggling against a baseline level of sadness? Why do we make choices that don't actually make us happy? Take how I dress. I just pick a shirt and pants and shoes, and I love them independently of each other. This is how the experiment begins. My clothes don't match a curated aesthetic. Pinterest boards aren't aspirational to me. They're just pretty. Actually, I think I would hate to live inside a Pinterest board. That level of perfection is exhausting to keep up, yet millions of people do exactly that. They chase a vibe they don't even like. Let's put it into perspective. Think about that massive Labubu craze from a couple years ago. You remember Labubus, those little plastic Rare Monster things. I know people who bought them who didn't even care about the art. The true hedonic value didn't come from the toy. It came from the dopamine when a stranger asked them in public, "Is that a Labubu?" They didn't love the object necessarily. They loved the in-group status. This is something that I've done too. Like, I've bought clothes not because I liked the fabric, but because I liked the model wearing it. You know, the hedonic value wasn't in the product, it was in my imagination. It was in who the product would transform me into. And that's part of the problem. Or is the problem? We have completely lost touch with what actually brings our brains joy. So that's what I'm doing. For the next week, this spreadsheet rules all. No viral trends, no keeping up appearances, no matching outfits, just pure mathematical satisfaction. It's time for the experiment. Hard to know what to wear, huh? So out of all of the things in my closet, I need to decide which one of them is going to give me the best amount of pleasure. I have one of the items already chosen, but we need to find the pièce de résistance. How will I figure out which one gives me the most pleasure? That is the first decision we make on our experiment. It shouldn't be too hard. For example, take these thrifted jeans. I liked them because they were unique, because they were flowy, and because I felt they were tailored to my personality and I could see myself wearing these all the time. I felt that this purchase was like a 9. It was perfect. I had no qualms with giving them my money, and every single time I wear it, I feel like I get the perfect amount of pleasure and satisfaction of wearing these swishy ass pants. This is a shirt that I chose. This is my also 8 out of 10 on the pleasure scale item. I got this at a thrift shop, and the material is so silky smooth, and I love roses, and I love pale pink, and although it does not go with these pants, I think that if I wore these two together, I would be maximizing fully my absolute hedonistic ways. Like, this does look a little crazy, but also I feel like these are my favorite clothes right now. So it has to be what I wear. I'm heading off now. I do feel like I will be doxing myself. So that's just something, there's a cafe near my house that I never go to because even though it's so close, I'm a homebody. I feel like that's where I'm going. And I feel that's where I'm going because we're here. First stop on the hedonism train, an expensive cafe that I feel guilty for shopping at, but I will today. I feel incredibly self-conscious filming in public. I'm gonna rate this cafe as silently as I can. Oh God, people. Okay, decor, I would say it's covered in flowers in here. That's a 9. That's extremely good. Extremely good. Likely, very good. I want to say the food prices. Mama, that's a 1. They're out here selling. I mean, I don't agree with like specialty coffee anyway, but it's expensive here. Even like a brewed cup is $4. That's annoying. That motherfucker should be $2. But it's very lovely, and I never come here even though I live so freaking close to it. So yeah, I'm doing that. Ooh, the activity of the day is one that isn't necessarily fun, but it has to be done. I'm doing some work on my laptop. I cannot avoid it any longer. Okay, I will check back in later. We are now getting into the purchase of the day. And this item was $8.40 Canadian. So if I get this item and I eat it and I don't like it, it will immediately be a 1 because it was too much money for what I paid for it. It has to be delicious. This shit has never been so serious for me. It's a cruffin. Now, I purchased this because of the novelty and also because I thought cruffin was fun to say. How glamorous. I moved out of frame because there was someone there. Now we try the Cruffle and we rate it out of 9. However, if it isn't anything less than a 9, it will get an automatic 1 because of the price. I don't need a fork. Let me think about this. Unfortunately, that's delicious. Fuck. I feel like I didn't waste $8, but I also am enraged that it was so good. It shouldn't have been that good for the price, but it is. I hate that. Do y'all see this shit? Oh, that's gonna affect the score for sure. Oh, I'm rating the day. Okay. I'm gonna say this day is like I'm gonna give it a 6. Weather could be better. My hair could be better. That dog shouldn't have jumped up at me. I could have not spilt anything on my favorite pants. But in terms of pleasure, I think it's working. Like I think, like I did do everything I wanted. It just varied in how happy it made me. Alas, a lark. This is the outfit I've chosen for today for this experiment. I have this cardigan. It has a 5 out of 9 on the scale because I've had it since high school, and this is about the only shade of purple that I like. I chose purple today because I thought it contrasted nicely with this. This is a white dress I got at a thrift store. It is a high 8. I like this dress a lot. I bought it to go to someone's birthday party, and I ended up really just thinking it's nice on me. Finally, we have the shoes. That's our final accessory. These are white sneakers. I've had them since forever. They don't seem to wear down. They just are always... Can you even see these? Ooh. Oh. Here we go. So these sneakers... I've had them since high school. They don't seem to break down, and I thought they matched the dress, and I feel so very complete. This whole outfit gets an 8. I'm ready to leave for the day. I let the day get away from me. I blame no one but myself, but we have to do an activity today, so we are going to go do it. Let's get into the purchase of the day. I have selected myself a veritable feast of my favorite items. I have banana pudding, my favorite. If you've ever had this, you know what the fuck is up. And in here, in this bag, I've got a freshly baked, oh my God, my bag's gonna flow away, ham and cheese croissant. Taste test. That's a 9. I'm extremely. I'm gonna try the banana pudding now. Here is my banana pudding. That's the shit. That just made my whole day. This whole day gets a 9. This has been a beautiful day. Today I'm cleaning my apartment, which I have been meaning to do for the last 2 months, and I have not been able to because of the sadness. A part of the experiment is improving my day-to-day, and so even though cleaning my bathroom is something I'm not really interested in doing, the amount of satisfaction doing this will give me is not a lot, but I'm hoping afterwards I feel good about it, and then I rate the whole day a 9. I have been procrastinating since I woke up. I woke up at 8. It's 10 o'clock now. Whoopsie. Bastards. Oh, that took me far too long. Way, way, way too long. I'm gonna clean the rest of my house. I'm just not gonna film it because I'm actually exhausted. But we are going to do the ratings of the day. Outfit of the day gets a big fat 1. I hate this shirt. It's broken. I wear it when I need to clean. I'm wearing some bike shorts. I have no opinion on those. I'll give them a neutral. They're like a 4 or a 5 to me. I don't give a hoot or a holler. Activity of the day, that's also a 1. I hate cleaning, but it had to be done. My bathroom looks great now, so the satisfaction I feel is a 9, but my God. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip and rate the whole day. This whole day gets honestly, it's neutral. Honestly, I want to write this day off, but I can't. So 5, it gets a 5. I'm really tired. I still have so much more cleaning to do. This day is boring. This is a boring entry. Oh well. The experiment goes on. Welcome. Last day I cleaned. Today we are having even more fun. We're going to the frickin' thrift store, baby. Not really. We're actually going to a pop-up thrift market that I found out about yesterday. My plans were to just right by the river. No longer. Today, we thrift. Awesome.
Ready?
Am I in frame?
You're good.
So today was great. I did everything I wanted. Nothing went bad except the parts that were bad. At first I thought there was going to be a thunderstorm. There ended up not being a thunderstorm. It's a beautiful 21 degrees out. The Lord is, well, I'm not religious, but the Lord is good. Today was a total satisfactory, fantastic day. I give it a solid 9 on everything. Here's today's outfit. It's perfect. I love the pool. It was a perfect day. I have no notes. This whole day gets a 9. Chill as fuck. I'm afraid of these geese, man. I'm honestly kind of terrified. Because you know they unpredictable. My audio cut. So I'm just going to repeat what I was saying over here. So this is the last day of the experiment, and I've noticed that being intentional about causing yourself joy leads to really positive results. I find that being honest about how I feel about something in that moment helps me be more clear about like if it's something that is important to me. I'm gonna also go over my outfit. I got these pants from my dad. He got them for me in Nigeria. That's really sweet of him. And so that's why I'm wearing those pants. Everything else though I just threw on because it was a rainy day and I didn't really feel like presenting like I was more enthusiastic than I was. I just feel like rating everything was a good experiment that led to positive change in my life. That week I did the project, I was happy. I was intentional and I got to really be honest. I would recommend anyone doing this activity because sure, rating things may seem pretty tame, but it's actually an evaluation. It helped me figure out what exactly it is that I liked and didn't like. And I feel like if this was something that I were to do long term, I could come out of it with a brand new like lease on life. I just feel like it's something that I can use to curb my depression because if I at least do one thing that like extremely satisfies me, then even though I spend the rest of the day rotting and sad, at least I have one good experience per day. If you are depressed, I would recommend at least just going outside and being sad on a park bench because at least you will be out there living. When you are depressed, you don't even want to be alive, or you want to disappear entirely. Doing this experiment has shown me that in even the darkest mental state, you can at least do something to get your body out of that funk. Whether you buy something or you just head outside and do something unique. Mustering up the ability to leave the house is something that was hard this whole week, but every time I did it, I would come home and feel satisfied. And that's what I recommend to everyone. Try this experiment, do it for a week, do it for 3 days, do it for 5, and then afterwards, see how you actually feel about being intentional and rating everything in your life. You might be surprised with how happy you can get.